Hi, Deepnausea here, and XenoThreat returns. XenoThreat returns is basically kind of version 2 of XenoThreat. So what they've done from the first one is the first one had 3 parts. Phase 1 would be sort of the announcement. Phase 2 would be where you resupply the Javelin, and Phase 3 would be where you sort of take the fight back to XenoThreat. They've changed that now. What happens now is Phase 1 is still the announcement. That does have some changes in the universe. What you'll find is on stations and on rest stops, some of the TVs will get hacked, and will have XenoThreat, the terrorist group, sort of making an announcement. Then Phase 2 is now where you resupply the ship, but instead of going on to Phase 3, because what happened the first time is Phase 2 happened for about a week, and then Phase 3 kicked off a bit later on. It's all one big phase, so once you've resupplied it, it then changes on to taking the fight to XenoThreat. Now, this time around, they have done a few changes. They've updated in a way of one, obviously making Phase 2 and Phase 3 into one phase, which was so much better because everyone loved the cargo part of it all. And after the cargo part ended, a lot of people who don't do a lot of sort of PvP, PvE, kind of didn't want to continue doing XenoThreat. So now each side of the sort of coin, from cargo haulers to the sort of bounty hunters, all get an opportunity to do things. They also changed the meta. What happened for the second, well, Phase 3, should I say, of XenoThreat, there was a kind of a meta where people would come in eclipses or retaliators, hover around, the Idris would appear, and they would literally fire a lot of torpedoes at it. The Idris would only defend itself for one torpedo, and then it would get destroyed, and you would actually be over before you even got there. So what's happened now is, on that sort of second part of Phase 2 now, which used to be Phase 3, when you start firing torpedoes at it, it kind of defends itself really well. At least half, if not more, of your torpedoes, unless you're very, very close, are going to miss. So the fight takes longer. The whole of XenoThreat's event, when it kicks off, is about an hour long. What will happen is, when you're on a server, you will get a notification saying sort of you need help, because the sort of background to this is XenoThreat is a terrorist group. The UAE needs help from the CDF, which is a civilian defense force. So it calls upon you to go and help them out. When you turn up there, you then have to go to wreckages and unload 3 types of cargo onto haulers, bring it back to Jericho where the Javelin is, give those supplies in until you've reached a quota. Then it changes to the next sort of stage where you warp to quantum, should I say, to a location, and then you have several fights. Now, there is a bug, there's a few bugs, it Star says, and there's always a few bugs, but there's a bug that can completely bug out the whole mission, but it is avoidable. When you turn up to that next phase, you will have an Idris and support, an enemy Idris and supports appear. As long as you kill the support and do not kill the Idris until the Javelin turns up. Once the Javelin turns up, then it's fine. If you kill the Idris before the Javelin turns up, the Javelin gets caught in a loop of flying around the place waiting. So you won't fail the mission, it will just be stuck at that point, it will not continue. Until that server's reset, there's no more XenoThreat. So if you're doing it after the cargo part, remember to post in chat, just remind people to not kill the Idris until Javelin turns up. So once it's turned up, you kill the Idris and its support, and then you'll get a notification saying, we've won the day. Oh, wait a minute. 2 more Idrises appear. Once you kill those Idrises, then it's done. That's the whole event, and you get a sort of pat on the back. So what you also do in this one as well is a rep system. When you get up to the last tiers of rep systems, when the whole event's done, the whole thing is in the whole dynamic event situation, not just that one instance of it, there is armor. I think it's a chest piece, a helmet piece, and another piece. I can't remember which one it is. For the CDF that you can win as a reward. But you do have to get to, if you want all the pieces, you do have to get to the sort of top tier and rep. So you have to be careful because it very slowly degrades. So as long as you top it up every so often and stay within that top tier rep, you'll get the new armor. But so far, for version 2 of XenoThreat, they have fixed some of the major points of it. You now get to do both the cargo and the PvE sort of battle stuff without it being just one or the other, which will exclude one sort of player to another sort of player. And then the meta's gone. You're not going to get to the point where when it does his turn up, you might as well not go because, they're just going to get, deleted with a load of torpedoes. You get to go participate, even if you're just attacking the support stuff. It's actually really good fun this time. Just really super enjoyed it. Can't wait for more dynamic events to be done. The Ninetales one, hopefully in the future. But definitely give it a try if you can. It's still ongoing. I can't remember when they're going to finish it, but we've still got at least about a week of this, I think, anyway. But yeah, it's awesome fun. Awesome fun. Thank you all for listening. If you like the video, please give me a subscribe and a like and hit that bell for notifications. And take care.